Harper Journal. The host. I don't know why I decided to break into Ravenwood Psychiatric Hospital that night. I'd heard the stories like everyone else. Whispers of unexplained deaths, patients who disappeared without a trace, and staff who walked out and never spoke of it again. The hospital had been abandoned for years, sitting like a rotting carcass on the edge of the town. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. So here I was, flashlight in hand, standing in the doctor's office on the third floor. Papers were scattered everywhere, as if whoever worked here left in a hurry. I was about to turn back when I saw it. A leather-bound notebook lying half-buried under a pile of patient files. The name on the cover, Dr. Elias Harper. Entry 1. Date, March 3rd, 2023. I've only been here a week, but something feels off. It's not the patients, though they're more complex than I expected. It's the place itself. There's a heaviness in the air, like the walls are holding their breath. Last night, during rounds, I passed room 6. The door was closed. Should have been empty, but as I walked by, I heard whispering. Faint, but unmistakable. I opened the door. Nothing. Just the smell of bleach and the faint outline of where a bed used to be. I'm sure it's nothing. Old buildings creak, right? Entry 5. Date, March 8th, 2023. Michael Grennan got transferred in today. He hasn't stopped staring at me since he arrived. His eyes are too sharp, like he knows something I don't. During intake, he smiled and said, "Do you remember the red bike?" I dropped my pen. I hadn't thought about that bike in years. It was stolen when I was 7, but I never told anyone how. "How do you?" I started, but he just laughed. Later, I found a scrap of paper under my office door. It said, "You shouldn't have pushed him." I tore it up, but the words are burned into my head. Entry 9. Date, March 14th, 2023. Sarah Lynn spoke today. She hasn't said a word to anyone in years, but as I was checking her vitals, she grabbed my wrist and whispered, "They're in the walls." "Who?" I asked, but she just started laughing. It wasn't normal laughter. It was guttural, choking, like her body wasn't built for the sound. I walked out, but when I turned back, she was staring at the wall, mouthing something over and over. I couldn't hear it, but I swear I could feel the vibrations under my feet. Entry 12. Date, March 18th, 2023. There's a girl in room 14. Emily, she says her name is. She wasn't here yesterday. When I asked the nurses, they shrugged and said they don't handle admissions. I checked the records. There's no patient named Emily on file. I went back to the room, and she was sitting cross-legged on the floor, humming a song I swear I know, but can't place. "You shouldn't be here," she said. "Neither should you," I replied. She smiled. Her teeth were black. Entry 18. Date, March 22nd, 2023. The dream started last night. I was in a forest, the trees so thick they blotted out the moon. Something was chasing me, but I couldn't see it. I could only hear the crunch of leaves and the low guttural growl. I woke up drenched in sweat. There was dirt under my fingernails. Entry 25. Date, March 30th, 2023. The voices are getting louder. I hear them in the halls during rounds, calling my name, begging for help. When I turn the corner, there's nothing there. The patients are worse too. Michael keeps asking if I've found the red bike. Sarah won't stop staring at the ceiling, muttering about the ones who crawl. Emily told me I'm running out of time. She slid a tarot card across the floor to me. The Hanged Man. When I blinked, it was gone. Entry 31. Date, April 5th, 2023. They're in my apartment now. I heard the floorboards creak last night, and when I turned on the lights, There were muddy footprints leading to my bedroom. I checked the locks 3 times before I went to bed. I'm losing my mind. Entry 40. Date: April 15th, 2023. Emily's back, but this time she's in my office. She says she has something for me. "It's a gift," she says, handing me a small box. I open it, and inside is my red bike. The handlebars are bent, and the seat is torn, but it's mine. "I don't understand," I whisper. "You will," she says, "the host's discovery." The entries stop after that. My hands are shaking as I flip through the final pages. They're blank except for the very last one. In bold, jagged letters it reads, "They were never patients. I was." The notebook slips from my hands, hitting the floor with a thud. That's when I notice the smell. Sharp, metallic, overwhelming. I shine my flashlight toward the far corner of the office. There's a chair, and in it sits the skeleton of Dr. Elias Harper, a noose still hanging around what's left of his neck. As I back away, something catches my eye. On the wall above him, written in what looks like blood, are the words, "You shouldn't have read this." The flashlight flickers, and somewhere in the distance, I hear a child humming.